Hi, I'm Pastor Ralph with you again, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve. Now, God put the man in the garden and eventually gave him a wife, Eve, and they lived together in the garden, and they had all kinds of wonderful things to eat. God said they could eat fruit from every tree in the garden except for this tree called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Well, we're going to talk about that on another day. But today we're going to talk about those wonderful trees and plants in the garden that God said they could eat from. And so I thought for a fun thing, maybe we could see how many different kinds of fruits we could name for some of the letters in the alphabet. And so I thought, I'm not very creative at times, and I could think of, for the letter P, peaches and pears and pineapple and papaya. But pretty soon I stopped thinking of additional fruit. So I went online and I found some additional fruits too. So there's also passion fruit and persimmons, pitaya, which is also known as dragon fruit, and plantains and plums and pomegranates and pomelos and prunes, and even something called pawpaw, which is native to North America, and it's supposed to taste like mango and bananas. Now, some of you may like mangoes and bananas and think that sounds yummy. I do, but maybe those are not some of your favorite fruits. And then I also thought, well, I'd see what are some of the fruits that start with the letter A. And so like some of us, we learned the alphabet and the letters. A is for apple, and B is for banana or something like that. And again, I could think of a couple other fruits and vegetables like artichokes and avocados and apricots. But then I started forgetting too. And so I looked again online, and I could also find asparagus, which doesn't really grow on a tree, it's more like a grass, and acai berry, which doesn't grow here but grows in Brazil and other places, and a BU, and that's a smooth and creamy, it's supposed to taste something like caramel flan, which sounds really delicious. And there's a key fruit, and that's a fruit that's poisonous until it actually gets ripe. And then a cerullo fruit, which I don't know anything about. And that's the interesting thing, isn't it? There are so many more fruits and vegetables in the world than we could name, but all of them are special, and God made them for people and animals to eat and to enjoy and to have food and to have life. So today we're thinking about some of God's great gifts. When I decorate the tree, I like to put ornaments on my tree. And so today I have some ornaments to put on, and they're sort of like all the different kinds of fruits. So when you think of a decorated tree with ornaments, maybe think about some of the things you put on that are like this. And so this is a blue ornament, and so maybe you think of blueberry, and maybe it's not quite the right color, but we could put a nice blue ornament on. And then here's another ornament that's got lots of different colors on it. And so that's a little bit different, isn't it? This one's got gold, and it's got silver, and somebody really specially made this. They took an ornament, and then they wrapped it up and decorated it. So that's kind of a special one. And here's kind of a fun one, and this one came from 1987, and it's a wonderful pony on wheels. So there's another ornament that we can put on. And you know, when you decorate a tree, it's kind of fun. You just kind of put your ornaments here and there, and you try to be creative, and you look for things that are colorful, because that's the way a lot of the fruits in the garden were. They were really colorful and delightful. And so we remember that God makes wonderful gifts for us, and a lot of them are gifts that are there for our needs, but some of those gifts, they don't seem like they're necessarily for our needs, but we find out they're very important for us. With all the different varieties of fruits and vegetables God offered us, some of them are there to delight us, because God has this wonderful sense of beauty and creation. And he looks at you and he looks at me, and he delights in us. He enjoys what he has made. He enjoys what he gives to us. And he looks at the wonderful creation and says, oh, with you in it, it is just so very good. So remember how special you are. And the next time that I see you, I'll have some more ornaments put on the tree. And then we're going to talk about that other piece of fruit, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Gracious God, thank you for delicious food that you give us to eat every day to make us strong and healthy so that we can enjoy the wonderful world you made, and we can enjoy each other, and we can enjoy you.